next big breaking at this hour. Now, let's go to Belagavi, where CID's DIG Sudhir Kumar Reddy has arrived in Belagavi to lead the investigation into the case where a 42-year-old woman was stripped and paraded naked after her son eloped with another girl from the village. They were both of the same caste. The woman, the mother, 42-year-old lady, was paraded naked. Now, the Karnataka government has entrusted the CID with the responsibility of conducting a thorough inquiry. CID Superintendent of Police Prithvik and Deputy Superintendent of Police Anjumala Nayak have also arrived in Belagavi. They arrived yesterday and they are yet to initiate the investigation process. The CID team is scheduled to meet with the victim and her family for further inquiries. National Human Rights Commission DIG Sunil Kumar Meena is also in Belagavi and is set to meet with the victim and her family. For more on this, I would like to go back to our colleague Prajwal. Prajwal, now this is a big development after the opposition parties started raising their voices against the Karnataka government for their inaction in this case where a 42-year-old tribal woman was stripped and paraded naked after her son eloped with another woman from the village who were of the same caste. Now, what is the latest? We know that the DIG is also going to meet the victim, the CID is also going to meet the victim, but what is the latest situation there? What are the women feeling? Because earlier we got to know that the women are still feeling very unsafe over there.
First and foremost, now in connection with these agencies who have already met the women and her family as well, we have seen the National Commission for Scheduled Tribes meet them, the National Commission for Women. There have been two separate reports which have already been filed by both these central commissions too, apart from which there was a 5-member all-women team of the BJP fact-finding committee, which had gone ahead and filed reports as well. And based on this particular report, it is now being stated that the BJP will be raising this particular issue in the parliament. Now, CID, this particular case was transferred from the state police to the CID on the 16th of December as well by the Commissioner of Police for Belagavi, Mr. Sidramappa. And therefore, now this particular case will be headed by the SP of Administration for the CID, Prithvik Shankar, who will begin investigation into the Belagavi horror, and it is a 6-member team as well. First and foremost, this particular team will be going to the crime spot where this particular incident had happened, and they will also be speaking to the eyewitnesses because there were over 100 to 150 eyewitnesses. So eyewitness narratives will be taken. Secondly, they will be going to the Kakati police station where this particular case was registered, 12 kilometers away from the spot where this particular crime was conducted, and they will also be questioning the negligence of the authorities because remember that Vijay Kumar, the police inspector of this particular police station, arrived only 10 hours after the incident, and this was considered to be a major security lapse which made the Karnataka police hang their heads in shame as well. And the government came under a lot of brickbats too, and that is why they were forced to go ahead and then transfer this particular case to the CID. Thirdly, they will also be taking the victim's narrative over here as well, because initially it was stated that the victim was hit, and later her house was also vandalized by the miscreants. But the paraded, her basically being stripped and paraded naked only came in later on as well, and therefore there were several IPC sections which was lodged to, but initially there were no IPC sections which was put in which stated that this was a non-bailable offence, because remember that the cases against the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes come under the Prevention of the SC/ST Atrocities Act, which warrants a non-bailable warrant as well, and therefore in that regard now, the later sections have been lodged under IPC sections 143, 147, 148, 342, 324, 323, 307 as well. Remember that section 307 has also been put in this particular case, along with sections 354B and 149 as well. So all of this taking into consideration, the CID will also be posing questions to the investigation officer, who is Mr. Girish, and the case has already been handed over to them. We are also looking at DIG Sushil Kumar Meena of the National Human Rights Commission, who will shortly now be speaking to the victim's family, and he will also be filing a separate report because there has already been a notice which has been issued to the Chief Secretary of Karnataka as well as the DIG of Karnataka, Nikita.
All right, Prajwal, thank you so much for sharing all the details. As now CID is set to meet the victim, the Belagavi victim, As of now, that's what we would call her till she receives justice. And that's what the whole furor has been raised against the Karnataka government, so that the women in that region should start feeling safe again. Let's move on to our other part of the stories.